Thomson View Condominium was relaunched today for $950 million.
Thomson View Condominium, which closed with no successful bids.
New homes will be launched in Upper Thomson from June 2026.
Today I'll be showing you the most anticipated project for this year's launch, Thomson View Condo. So name-wise, they are going to call it Thomson Reserve. So I got one interesting fact about this Thomson Reserve that I feel a lot of the viewers may be keen to find out, because not a lot of people know about it lah. This is a mega project. The whole land size is huge lah. Total land size is more than 500,000 square feet. And the interesting thing, right, is how long they took to unblock this place and how many tries to finally unblock this place.
Has this happened before?
Yep, this has happened before. Thomson Residence, which is integrated over at Tampines, and I think during first day of launch is like already like 80-90% sold on day one already. It has happened before, getting more common nowadays. But anyways, where we are at right now, just now we came from Lentor. We'll be driving past this Cash Arena. I think it's quite popular. I mean, Cash Arena Curry has been there for like 20 over years already. Even this area where is the Lower Pierce Reservoir as well. Right now we are along the stretch of Old Upper Thomson. Okay, then we'll be driving past, you can see on the left, right, Sembawang Hill Estate, Kopitiam. Yep, so this is the Sembawang Hills Food Centre. So just to share a bit on this in terms of location-wise, we are in the city fringe at the prime Thomson area. I think Thomson, right, has been becoming more and more popular after the Thomson East Line MRT had happened. And also it gives like a very nice vibe where there's a lot of food and amenities around that location. Personally, I feel it's like a bit of a Holland Village kind of style. One thing I want to share in terms of location-wise, right? Why people will buy this condo, one reason may be school. One of the top primary school, Ai Tong School, is within 1 km for this project. So as you can see, I think it's just like 500 meters away from the project itself only. Initially, my parents wanted to enroll me into this school actually. This was like our first choice. I didn't get and then we got into our second choice, Mayflower Primary instead. So if you were to buy this project, you'll get a within 1 km proximity, which then give a higher priority for your kids to be enrolled into this school. Yeah. Okay, so where we are located at right now, we are at a multi-story car park right beside Thomson Reserve. Right beside is another project called Thomson 3 also, which is a resale project, which I also will be using that for comparison later. Just want to share more about this en bloc story. So initially, right, the developers offer for the whole en bloc at a reserve price of 918 million. However, in the end, they closed it at 810 million. This adds up for the previous homeowners to get back probably within the range of 2+ mil all the way to 4+ million, depending on the unit size that they initially have. So they tried to unblock this whole land. They tried 5 times over the span of 17 years. So why it took so long and so many tries to successfully unblock? I think one of the main reasons is that the whole project, because of the land size is huge, 540,000 of land size. So in terms of the risk appetite for the developers, it has a big risk for the developer. Like, not a lot of developers there to take such a big project. So I think that's number one. Another reason is also, for any project to successfully unblock, right, you need to get more than 80% of the homeowners to vote yes. And for them to all agree upon what will be the unblock price for the homeowners, I think that is another reason why it took so long as well. So for Thomson View, right, back then, even though it's a very huge plot of land, right, the total number of units is only 200+ only. All of the units are all very big in terms of sizes, and their lease tenure, it was a HUDC project. It was being built on around 1980 something, 40+ years old already. So I mean, if you were to own, like let's say an old project that is already 40+ years old, the total number of lease is probably 50+. Will you as a homeowner agree upon for an en bloc or not? I think it depends whether yes or no. I think ultimately it depends on the price also. I think for en bloc owners, right, what they will think of is, yes, when they en bloc, they get a big sum of money, 2 to 4 million plus. But I think the first thing that comes in mind is, once they got this $2 to $4 million in cash, what will be, because I mean, ultimately they also need a place to stay. So yes, they got a big sum of money. This sum of money, what will they be buying next? Will it be a cash out, or will they buy something newer? I think all these are part of consideration for all those successful en bloc homeowners. Okay, so you can see right now what they are doing over, they are already they're already doing the hoarding up, building up the fence up to separate between Thomson View and also Thomson Tree. And also you can see that they are already insulating the projects already halfway up already. Just to share a bit on this whole project. So back then, there were only, for Thomson View, this HUDC, there were only a total of 255 units. So with this whole land size of 540,000, right, it means that the highest floor that the developer can build up to will be probably 25 stories up to maybe 30 stories. So with this land size and this plot ratio, estimated for this mega project will be more than 1,100 units over. So what does this actually mean based on land size itself? A normal medium-sized project land size may be around 150,000 to 200,000 land size only. This whole Thomson View project will be equals to 3 condo projects add up all together. So to sum up, right, I feel that it being trying for 5 times for en bloc, right, it really shows how significant this plot of land in terms of location is. I think the developers themselves have analysed and know the value of this location. And also 200 plus units only sitting on such a big plot of land, they feel that it's also underutilized, in which right now, I mean, with en bloc already happening, and then they can build more blocks and more units over here as well. I think one thing that you all may be thinking right now will be, what will the price be for this project? I will do a price estimation based on my own guess and estimate, because developer haven't released much information yet. So I'll be breaking down in terms of the price wise, and also I'll be doing CMA around this area to compare between the resale and new launches around this area at Thomson. Okay, so in terms of based on the land that they bought at, right, it equates to 1,178 per square foot per plot ratio for the land itself in terms of the en bloc wise. And then factor in all the developers' costs, which is the construction cost, the land cost, the finance cost, the marketing, the legal, everything, it adds up. In terms of the estimation for the developer break-even price will be 2,058 per square foot. Okay, so I mean, I've analysed this based on all my previous videos, right? Past 9 month to 1 year launches, all the developer launch it minimally, they mark up at around 28%. And also, if they were to bought the land cheaper, their break-even lower, they may mark up higher into like 35% or even higher than that. Assuming we use a 25% markup, I feel is quite fair, and hopefully the developer gives chance lah, 25% markup. So from 25% markup from 2,058 per square foot, that will add up to around 2,572 per square foot. So I really hope they use a 25% markup instead of 28% or higher lah. I mean, just give chance, because it's also a mega project as well. There are a lot of units to sell, but we'll see. I think average price point wise, hopefully will be 2,526, hopefully. So before I continue sharing, I also want to highlight that this is a harmonized project. And if you have watched all my previous videos, harmonized project means that the aircon ledge and the RC ledge will not be accounted for in terms of the square foot and per square foot as well. And also the floor plans are not out yet, so I just using my own estimation based on all these recent new launches as well. 2-bedder, let's say a 2-bed, 2-bath, 6, 7, 8 square feet. Average price point will be roughly at about 1.7 mil, so maybe a mid-floor. A 3-bedder over here, average price will be around 2.3 million starting from. And then for the 4-bedder, I'll be using 1,002 square feet. It will be 3.086 million. Do know all this is just based on my agar estimation only. Ultimately, when the launch is closer, we will get the price release from the developer. Okay, so let's compare the CMA for the resale, comparing it to resale. I'll be using Thomson Tree. In terms of location-wise, it's just right beside Thomson View Reserve. Okay, so Thomson Tree, this one, TOP 2017, the tenure is 99 years from 2012. The age gap difference will be 12 years different. So 12 years resale. Let's look at the past sales transaction. You can see the per square foot is ranging between 2,000 to 2,300 per square foot already. So the highest PSF for Thomson Tree have already hit 2,379 per square foot already. So that will be one price comparison. And bear in mind, Thomson Tree is a non-harmonized project. So in terms of the calculation wise, if you were to compare, you have to use a 5 to 7% reduction from Thomson Reserve. Another project that I'll be using to compare will be Jadescape, just 5 minutes drive away from Thomson Reserve. So for Jadescape, it TOP 2023 and the tenure is 99 years from 2018. Lease age gap will be 6 years, and if we were to look at the sales transaction, we can see that Jadescape have already averaged about 2,300 plus per square foot around this area already, and the highest PSF have already hit 2,620 per square foot already. Then if you want to compare it with the upcoming future launches in a 1 year time, you all may watch this video again that I've done last week. I did actually share 3 different comparison locations: outskirt, city fringe, core central region. What will be the next year launches in terms of their price point will be. I mean, that is if you were to compare for the next year prices. The estimated launch probably will be in Q3, probably around September, October. Once we have more information in terms of the floor plans, the site plan, and also the prices as well, I will be releasing another video to share with you more about this project. But meanwhile, if you have any questions regarding this project or any other projects in Singapore that you are keen to find out more, feel free to reach out to me, and then I'll be more than happy to do a consultation with you, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you are liking the content so far, hoping you like the video so far. Please help me to like this video, comment, and please give me a subscribe, please. Thank you so much. Please.